I am ready to go whenever. Should I give it a little countdown? Cool. So 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so in case you're not familiar with Ape Escape 2, it is a 3D platformer. The goal in every stage is to collect a certain amount of monkeys using the gadgets that you slowly acquire throughout the run. So starting off, we've only got the stun club and the net. The stun club is used to stun the monkeys, net is used to catch them. Pretty self-explanatory. We will be getting more gadgets as we go on. Fastest method of movement at the start is this dive move. It's a little bit unwieldy, but we will get a gadget to help us move faster as we move on. So that was the final monkey. After you collect the required amount of monkeys in a stage, you get walked back to the lab for a little debriefing session, touch base a little bit before being sent back into the next stage. Probably read a donation while we transition into the next stage.
Absolutely. I've got $75 from Triumphant Bass, pumped and primed for the Ape Escape 2 run. A million monkeys could not hold you back. An all-time favorite franchise and game, so happy to see it featured at a GDQ. Also, it's probably base. I'm very sorry about that. Thank you so much for your donation.
Cool, so going into this stage, we got given the monkey radar. Not a very useful gadget for us, as we know exactly where we're going, but we will be equipping it at some point, just to swap into something else. This stage introduces monkeys in crates. They can be hidden in various things. You need to wait a little bit after you break the crates, because they are actually invulnerable for a short amount of time. So need a little bit of self-control. Just one hidden guy around this corner here. Cool. Another easy stage there. Not much to go over. In this next stage, we will actually be introduced to swimming, which isn't a huge part of the game, but we will get a gadget that will help us catch monkeys underwater. We will be using it now and then. Right, as there's not much to go over as we're going into this next stage, I will briefly go over the story of the game. So our player character Hikaru, he was tasked with sending a shipment of monkey pants to Monkey Park, where all the monkeys are from the first game. He foolishly sent the Peepo helmets as well, which give the monkeys their intelligence, and Spectre, the villain from the previous game, got hold of them, and now he is up to no good once again. So this time he's actually got a group of monkeys together called the Freaky Monkey 5. They'll be the boss fights that we'll be seeing in the run. We'll be seeing one shortly. The final catch of this run is pretty cool. So, not the run, sorry, the stage. Our net can actually go through a certain geometry. So if we time this correctly, there we are. I actually missed it, unfortunately. So won't be seeing that. Normally this monkey, he is in the right position to be caught under there, but my timing was a little bit off, unfortunately. Used the stun club there to sweep him up. Not as clean as I would have liked, but we make do, we move, so. So the next stage coming up, we do get the super hoop, which will be our main form of movement, so we can put the dive move to rest, thankfully. We will be using it now and then, but our primary source of movement will be with the super hoop. This gadget is activated by rigorously spinning the stick, so you're going to see my arm really going at it, but it's all good. Trust the process. So there it is, being introduced to super hoop there. We're just going to skip through that text. So as soon as we enter this stage, we are actually going to equip all of our gadgets that we can in our loadout. If you look in the top right, you'll see all the face buttons where our gadgets are assigned. Once we've gone in the gadget menu once and assigned all of our gadgets, we won't need to open up that menu again. So a perk of running on the Japanese version, and the main reason that we run on the Japanese version of the game, is being able to swap gadgets on the fly. For whatever reason, they actually removed that feature, that good quality of life feature, from the PAL and NTSC EU versions of the game. Very weird decision, but they did later include it in Ape Escape 3, thankfully. So here I'm going to perform a boost jump. How that works is when you swing your net at the right time during a double jump, you'll actually gain a bit of height. And if I swap into another gadget after performing that, I'll actually be able to free my hands up for a ledge grab. So that is just some universal tech that I'll be using throughout the run. Speaking of universal tech, you'll notice after every catch I'll be swapping into another gadget. That's actually done to cut down on the ending lag of a catch. Normally your player character will be standing there for a second after a catch, so you can minimize that by swapping into another gadget. You could probably read a few donations as we move on into the next stage, which is actually a boss fight.
Absolutely. I have a $250 donation from P! I look forward to all GDQ events. Thanks for the runners, staff, and all donors that make this possible. Thank you so much for your donation. I also have a $10 donation from Hawkeye G. Always excited for GDQ, and this week is no different. Happy to make my first of many donations for the week and looking forward to more great runs. Thank you so much, Hawkeye G. Really appreciate it.
Cool, so in this fight, I'm basically just going to be positioning myself in such a way to where I've already messed it up, unfortunately, so now I'm just going to have to chase after him, make the best of the bad situation I've got here. This fight is pretty rinse and repeat, so you can probably read a few more donations if there is any.
Oh, there absolutely is. Thank you so much. I have $50 from Svika Jackin. GDQ and everyone who supports it does such good work. This is going to the cute kitties. Hi. Thank you so much. The kitten incentive is at 5,368 out of 10,000. So if you would like to see Cute Kitten Overload, and why would you not, go ahead and put that in for your donation incentive when you donate. I have $25 from Evie and Joe. Have been watching my daughter for years. Now she's at the point where she's recognizing games we've played and asking, why aren't you that fast? Time to up my game. With several cancer survivors in my family, we really appreciate the work that PCF does. Always happy to support a great cause and a great event. Let's see some cute kittens. Thank you so much.
Cool, so the next stage coming up, the route is pretty cool. So most of the stages in this game, they do actually loop around on each other, and we will be tackling this stage from behind. Most of the monkeys are actually near the end, so it's quite nice that we can actually access the end from the start of the stage using the boost jump that we went over earlier. Cool, so entering this stage here, there's going to be one monkey outside, another monkey in the lobby, so we're just going to take this one out of the crate real quick. Coming up onto this monkey here, I'm going to try and swing in his general direction and then spin the stick, just in case I miss him. I did manage to get him there, but he still escaped, and then he escaped again. That's crazy. So this is the end point of the stage where you would normally loop back round, but we are going to be tackling it backwards. Movement to this next monkey is quite important. I didn't mess it up, thankfully. If you do, the monkey will have enough time to put his shield up, and you will have to jump behind him and actually hit him, which will take a little bit longer. These guys performing surgery on a banana there, swoop them up with a nice double catch. So going through this part is a bit awkward, as it's obviously supposed to be done in the other direction. I'm going to jump in here for a safety catch from here. You can catch that monkey from outside the coffin. Just going to dive in to make it nice and secure and safe. Got to dodge these big swinging bananas here. I actually messed that up. That's right though, this monkey didn't notice me. The downside of getting hit by those bananas is normally that monkey noticing you, but it's all good, he wasn't paying attention. He didn't see my failure. Great. Cool, so next stage coming up, Vita Z, there's actually a big skip using a trick called the neutral jump. When using the super hoop and letting the stick rest in the neutral position, just after you jump, you'll actually be able to gain an extended amount of distance with your jump. For example, if you held the stick while you were trying to jump, it caps your horizontal distance that you can get. So I'll be using that technique to get to the end point of the stage, kind of like Frightmare, the end looping point. I will be reaching that in the same way. But first of all, we've got to take up these 3 grounded monkeys here. Not too much of an issue. These guys are... Oh, as soon as I say that, he gives me the slip. This laser monkey here, I'm going to wait for him to shoot a shot. Actually, he wasn't paying attention, so I just quickly changed what I was going to do on the fly. There's a lot of that in this run, because these monkeys, they can be in different positions, they act differently, they can be doing a lot of different things at all times, so you need to be able to adapt. So there, ricocheted off the wall. I'm glad I got that first try. Ricocheted off the wall, did the neutral jump over. So this is the end point of the stage where you would normally loop back round. That monkey there, you need to pause a little bit. When you enter new areas, the monkeys are invulnerable for a short amount of time, kind of like when you break them out of the crates. Got an intense mech fight here. A nice part about this fight is the little orb that appears after the monkey slams down like that is the perfect time to strike again. As soon as the orb disappears, you want to swing. The perfect visual cue. Let's get in there and take him out. You could probably read off a few donations.
Thank you so much. I have a $25 donation from Jared. Less than 3, Ape Escape. Thank you so much for your donation, Jared. I have a $5 donation from Spunky. My boyfriend and I are super hyped about this run. Him because this is a childhood favorite game, and me because my good friend Nichole is reading donations. Love you, Nichole. Love you too, Spunky. Thank you so much for your donation.
Cool, so in this stage we are going to be getting the slingshot, which is the most broken item in the game. This gadget actually allows you to gain infinite height. I will go over how it works when we're transitioning into the next stage because I need to focus on what I'm going to be doing in this stage here. It's a very useful gadget though, as you can imagine. So as soon as we start, we're actually going to be taking a little detour to grab some explosive pellets, which are going to be very useful for an upcoming boss fight. So now we've got those pellets, we're going to sweep up these monkeys here. He gave me the slip. Catch this guy up here. He gave me the slip as well, that's crazy. Gonna swap out into the slingshot there. We're never gonna see that monkey radar ever again, but it served its purpose as being a slot in our loadout. Use the stun club there to cancel our jump so we can grab the ledge quicker, cut down on the hang time while we're in the air. These guys, I want to make sure I'm behind them a little bit. If you try and catch them when you're a little bit in front, it's very easy for your character to swing in front of them and you will get shot. Starting my super hoop in the neutral position there, that will allow me to go up the stairs. If you just use the hoop without starting in a neutral position, you will actually bonk off the stairs and small little bumps in the ground. So if you ever see me starting my hoop while I'm just standing there, there is a good reason for it. So coming up is the first air crawl. That's what we call the glitch when using the slingshot. Just like that. You can flip out of it, and when you hold the right analog stick forward after the flip, it actually cancels out on the lag that you would normally receive. So that's very nice. We're going to let that guy go. There's a monkey up here. Going to catch him. That monkey that managed to get away from me is a bit of a pain to catch. Every time a monkey jumps or flips, they're actually invulnerable. So going to get this backup monkey here. This monkey can't do anything because he is stuck in a position. So sweep that stage up nicely. So with the infinite height glitch, how it works is when you go into the first person mode with the slingshot and you go prone, you cancel out of that first person mode with a jump, and if you executed it correctly, it's quite a fast series of inputs, it will activate the glitch. There's different levels of height you can get depending on the timing you do the inputs. There's quite a lot of depth to it. You can do everything that you would normally do. If you were normally crouching, the game just acts like if you were crouching on the ground. So it's a very useful trick to have. Going into this stage, we've got the RC car gadget. There's not a lot we can do with it speedrun-wise. We will just be using it as intended. For example, edging this guy out of the hole. And then there is a part here where we're supposed to use the RC car. I'm supposed to send it through this tube, but we are going to just air crawl over it. Like so. We want this monkey here to be running to the right, and he is straight down the middle. That's absolutely fine. That's better than him running to the left. These monkeys here that hold the blankets, you always want to go for the jump catch. If you go for the ground catch on those guys, like 9 times out of 10, they'll dodge you. Go for the jump catch, they can't dodge you. So after activating this bridge, I'm going to be looking at a visual cue on the wall to know when to do my boost jump. There we are. This monkey here, I'm going to let him throw his shuriken before I hit him, just for safety. If you try and catch him before he throws it, he can attack you mid-swing. And that would take you out. This guy here, he's scared, so he's not going to do anything. He can take out that RC car, making you having to re-put it on the button, but luckily he didn't do so. These next few monkeys is pretty standard, so you could go over a few donations if you've got any.
I sure do. I have a $25 donation from Rumble. Looking forward to a great week of speedruns. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $50 donation from Johnny 5 Aces. Shout out to the Speed Friends Discord, and remember, time is a flat circle. Also, big thanks to Uranium Anchor for keeping things rolling smoothly. Thank you so much for your donation. I also have a $5 donation from Girl Lahara. There is no comment, but again, thank you so much. All of this is going towards Prevent Cancer Foundation, and you all are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for all of your donations.
So we've got another boss fight coming up, Yellow Monkey. Not much we can do speedrun-wise to speed up the fight. We will be using the explosive pellets that we picked up in the casino stage. They do a considerable amount of damage compared to the stun club that we have. But that's all we can do. We'll just be going through the fight pretty standard using those explosive pellets. Here he is. One of the favourite bosses of mine. So So for example, these are the different levels of heights you can pull off with the air crawl. You can do everything. Crash up into a little ball, you can swing your net. It's a very versatile technique. You can probably read a few more donations here because this fight is not too much going on.
Yeah, sure thing. I have a $25 donation from Lion Cash that says, Monkey Mode. Thank you so much for your donation. Blue Xanthus donates $35. Ape Escape 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I can't believe it's getting played at AGDQ. I'm stoked to be able to donate during an amazing event for an even better cause. Good luck to Liquid Squid, and incentive goes to Outer Wilds.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your donation. And I have a $50 donation from Victoria Evelyn. Shout out to my cat Meow and my wife Leanne. This is my favorite time of year watching GDQ with these cuties. :D. Thank you so much for your donation.
Right, so we've taken this guy out. He is done. Unfortunately, we won't be able to catch him for story-related reasons, but he is taken out for now. Moving on to this next stage, the second half of the stage is quite infamous for being very difficult, especially for newer runners of the game. There's a lot of decision-making that needs to be made, and that normally comes with experience from running the game. First half of the stage, it's nice and easy, in and out jobby. Right, here we are, loading into the stage here. So just going to be using the air crawl to reach this area a bit earlier than intended. Then we're going to have to deal with a few gun monkeys. Going to do an air catch on this guy to avoid his bullets. Going to let this one shoot his shot before catching him. Whoops. Same reason for the shuriken monkey that I mentioned earlier. If you go to catch him before his shot is shot, it will happen when you're trying to catch him, so make sure that is out of the way. So this is the infamous snowball mountain. So about like 5 monkeys are going to come hurtling down this mountain, and they can come down in all sorts of different combinations. You just kind of need to see what's happening and make the best of the situation at hand. It's always good to try and keep track of the monkey at the front of the pack. As soon as I say that, I go for the last one. Look at these guys. There we are. That was actually pretty clean. If it goes wrong, the monkeys will reach the bottom of the hill and you have to wait like 15 seconds for them to loop back round. So I'm glad I managed to sweep them up on the first cycle there. Read a few donations if you've got any.
Sure thing. I have a $25 donation from King TDN. Monkey see, monkey do. Here's a donation just for you. Thank you so much for your donation. I have an $840 donation from Joel Snyder. Love GDQ. Here's the money I won from my fantasy football league. Thank you so much for your donation.
Cool, right. So going into this next stage, it's a nice example of what we can do with the slingshot. This catch here is going to be a flip out of the air crawl, holding right up on the stick to prevent the lag when landing so we can smoothly transition over here. So we're going to be running on the outer boundaries of the stage just to get to where we need to go. It's a lot quicker than going through the intended method into this banana water factory, I guess. We've got some banana water being churned over there. This guy here, he can either jump down or stay up here. He decided to stay up there. Not an issue. We need to take this guy out with the slingshot. I actually missed him, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to come up here and try again. There we go. So catching monkeys on the water, a little bit awkward. Managed to sweep him up. Normally it wouldn't be that much of an issue, but what can you do? Right, so we are leaving where we entered, coming down here. So I'm going to do another neutral style for my super hoop here in case the monkey goes down to that lower section. If my hoop stops when he does do that, he didn't do it, but he could potentially get a hit on me. Do not want that. This guy here, I want to try and catch him as he's jumping up. There we go. And then we're going to enter the ending point of this stage where you would normally loop back round. So weird little thing about this game, if you happen to have the final catch of your run of a stage be airborne, it will actually take a little bit longer than normal because you have to wait for your player character to touch the ground. So we'll be taking that guy out before catching him to prevent that, just to save a little bit of time there. I'll probably read a few donations.
You got it. I have a $20 donation from BidPower. Nichole Goodnight is the Caterpie's Knees. No, you're the Caterpie's Knees. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $50 donation from I Like Cake. This donation is in honor of my mom who won her battle with cancer a few years ago, and my dad who's going through it now. Thanks to early detection, his odds are very good. Love you both. Thank you so much for your donation. I like cake.
Right, going into this stage, there's a lot of helpless monkeys. For example, this one here, nice and snug in the sand. There's actually a few of those. They can't get enough. They absolutely love it. Sweep him up. This guy here is sunbathing. Take him out. We're going to catch this next one with his pants down. It's always feel bad. It's got to be done. There's nothing he could do. We're going to come out here and get a double catch. Another snug monkey. And this one just sort of lingering around. Coming up, we're going to use the new banana gadget that we got. What this gadget does is it basically just attracts monkeys to it with its banana scent. What we'll be using it for is to, whoops, I overpress the button to swap into my gadgets. It's easily done. We'll be using them to lure them out of these huts. There we go. Managed to catch him with a net as soon as he landed. Going to come out here and catch the monkey that we did run past intentionally. And then we got one more monkey who's going to try and make a run for a UFO. What we're going to do is we're going to try and catch him as he's jumping into the UFO. If we mess this up, we will have to take out like a little mini boss kind of thing. But hopefully we'll just catch him nice and easy. There we are. Just got to get him right before he goes in there. Next up, we've got a boss fight, another one of the Freaky Monkey 5. So we've done Blue Monkey and Yellow Monkey. Now we've got Pink Monkey, my absolute favorite of the Freaky Monkey 5. You have to love her. There's two phases to this fight. The first one, we just want to get to her as soon as possible and hit her. It's nice and simple. We want to be taking out these bombs on the flowers as we make our way over. These bombs are random. Sometimes there's no bombs. Sometimes there's bombs. We'll just be taking them out because they will destroy our platforms that we need to make our way back. Just going to do a shockwave after every hit, so I'm just going to make sure I'm not close enough to get blown away by it because it does send you pretty far back. So we've managed to do that successfully. Oh, almost in the drink. Jump over her attack there and take her out. This phase here, it's very luck-based. Luckily, we can actually prevent the slowest move from happening by standing in this corner here. Normally, there's this long, slow electric shockwave move she can do. But yeah, it can be prevented by standing here. This is the slowest move that we can potentially be subjected to. Massive pain, that move. What we want to see is a giant jack or dolphins. Those bombs or beach balls, no good. Bombs are the worst. Beach balls, we'll take it. Here we go. These are the beach balls. Just a little bit quicker than the bombs, but still not ideal. Obviously, in a marathon setting, these different moves, not that big of a deal, but doing PB attempts, very, very frustrating, which is a common theme of this run. A lot of the bosses, especially the final boss, like to make you wait around. Here we go. We got the jack. If you look how quick this is, very short window to be able to attack her again. So actually, being hit there is beneficial because when you get hit during cutscenes, you can actually move. Normally, you can't move at all. So I can actually start my swing a little bit earlier in the cutscene. So as soon as Pink Monkey is available to be caught, it can happen. So that's actually a pretty good fight. Only one set of bombs, I would consider that a massive win. Going into the next stage, Enter the Monkey, one of the best tunes in the game. Not massive on the soundtrack in this game, but this is one of the better ones. This intro part, much like the second part of Snowball Mountain, is probably one of the harder parts of the run. Also, something I want to point out, normally every time we enter a stage, I'm holding down on the camera just to minimize lag. This will be the only stage where I'm pointing up. So that's just a fun little fact. So here, obviously, we've got loads of monkeys. There's a lot of things going on. Just need to react the best we can. Luckily, we will be looping back around to this area, so if any monkeys do happen to escape, it's not the end of the world. This guy has given me some trouble. Right, so two of them managed to get away. That's absolutely fine. We will be looping back around into that area. Not a big deal at all, although it would have been nice to get them all on the first pass, because it does probably waste about like 5-7 seconds roughly to run over there and recatch them, but it's all good. Just got this linear gauntlet section to go through. I assume this is where the monkeys train. You can probably read out a few donations through this part if you have any.
Sure thing. I have a $5 donation from Azu Cheng. Good luck from everyone in the Squid Click. Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Azu.
I have a $50 donation from Crazy Whack. This Ape Escape run is bananas, but the runner isn't monkeying around. Thank you for your donation. Also, how dare you? I have $25 from Pyro Hero Matt. It's time to stop monkeying around. Let's go bananas and really net ourselves some donations. Chat, how dare you?
I love it.
What are these puns, chat?
They love
Thank you
it.
so much for. They're great. They're really good. Thank you so much for your donation.
We'll be using the slingshot here to skip. Oh, I wasn't supposed to use it there. I was talking about it and I used it, but we will be using it here. It didn't really matter that I used it there. It doesn't really make much of a difference. One of my favorite catches coming up. We skip this, what are they called? Zip glides. We skip one of those, just run across here. Come slamming down on that guy there. This guy's just training, sweep him up. This next monkey, he can go in either two directions. We just have to react to the way he goes. He went down here, so going to drop on that guy. There's a monkey on this podium. We enter his sphere there, actually missed, but the spacing there is so clean, it doesn't even matter. Take him out of the stun club, and then we make our way back over here. Another dangerous boxing glove monkey. We take him out with the super hoop. Job done. Got another laser monkey here. As always, we let him shoot his shot. Keeping the camera held down here actually helps this monkey not notice us for whatever reason. Normally he notices you as you're air crawling up. You can run around, cause a lot of issues, so keeping the camera down there definitely helps that situation. Can read a few donations as we're moving into the next stage.
Perfect. I have a $10 donation from My Hero Zero. They say, please, my apes, they're escaping. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $10 from Curious Ape. So the game is called Ape Escape, but you keep calling them monkeys. Which is it? I won't be able to sleep at night until I know the truth. Whatever they are, keep on catching them for a wonderful cause.
They are supposed to be apes,
so much.
yeah. But I'm so used to calling them monkeys. There's no changing it now. I think
Honestly,
most people
follow your heart.
Yeah, I think most people call them monkeys.
They can be whatever you want them to be.
Simeon Citadel, not too much going on in this stage. It is one of my favorite stages in the run. It's got a nice visual theme and there's a lot of cool catches. So this monkey coming up here, we're actually going to definitely want to bonk him because he is one of the slipperiest monkeys going. I could have caught him actually, he wasn't paying too much attention. That's the thing with this run, the monkeys can be doing all sorts. So you do just have to kind of work around that. But just for safety, just for the marathon run, definitely going to take him out. So with the gadget cancelling that I mentioned earlier, to cut out the ending lag, you can actually use it to your advantage. If, say, these rocket monkeys are shooting rockets at you and you're in your ending lag, you can actually tank the hits because you are invulnerable during that lag. While I was explaining that, I actually got hit at a rocket, which is pretty ironic. There's an early cycle I can make here. If I don't mess up the movement, I should be able to catch a nice cycle on these moving platforms, which does save a nice amount of time. That's not going to work. Well, no, it didn't get the early cycle. Didn't die, though. Pipichi, our little monkey friend who hangs out on our head, actually helped me out there. If you're near a ledge, they will give you a helping hand, which is nice, because I would have died there. Not that dying is a big deal in this run, because it just puts you back to the start of the room that you've entered. No early cycle, though, unfortunately. But that's okay. This next part is kind of just a linear platforming section, so you can go through some donations if you have any.
I sure do. I have $15 from Zio VGM. Ape Escape 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. As a kid, I would point at a webcam at my TV and stream it to my friends online, so it seems fitting that it's being played at an event like Games Done Quick.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your donation. That's super cool.
You should get involved. Get involved in speedrunning, yeah.
Heck yeah. I've got $10 from Yuri. Hey y'all, great to see Ape Escape 2 on the GDQ main stage once again, run by the big man himself. Good luck on the run, and good luck to the rest of the runners running this week. Thank you so much for your donation, Yuri. Magic in the Dark donates $25. Nichole, I always love listening to you read donos. You're such a lovely person, and thank you for teaching the world about hot Amos. You are so welcome. Please buy Famous Amos cookies and dip them in water. And you know what? If you do it sometime during the week, tell me how it is. Donate and tell me how it is.
Right, so there we just performed a nice clip. So the Skyfly gadget, which I did neglect to mention when we got it, it's like a portable helicopter, handheld helicopter. When you use it after air crawling, it kind of drags you down to where you should be if you used it on the ground. So we can actually air crawl above that water tank there, use the Skyfly, clip into it, and a nice coincidental quirk after catching that monkey. If you're close to the ceiling of a tank, you'll actually be lodged halfway into the ceiling. So you can use the Skyfly again to clip out of it, which is unbelievably convenient. And it saves only a few seconds, but it's just nice that it works out that way. Happy coincidence there. Right, going into this next stage, we are going to want to use the air crawl straight away. We're going to be faced with a dangerous laser-wielding monkey. We're also going to be doing a lot of this stage backwards as well. It's a running theme of the run, of the game. Tried to give me the slip there, didn't get very far. So we're supposed to enter this Sphinx. Hold on. Let me just sweep this guy up before I start going on about what I'm doing. So we're supposed to enter this Sphinx from the bottom here using the RC car and pushing that block, but we're actually going to enter through the mouth into the belly of the beast. And we're going to make a slight detour here for some explosive pellets and a monkey as well. Big air crawl over here. We're going to use these explosive pellets on an upcoming boss fight, because of course they do more damage. That monkey can be pretty much anywhere on this side of the wall. I did incorrectly judge where he was going to be, and he did take a shot at me, unfortunately. Tactical death there. That's going to warp us back to where we were before we did the air crawl. I want this guy to jump down on the ledge and start swinging. I wanted him to do it on the other one, but he ran to the next one. But, you know, that's absolutely fine. I've got another jump in me, so that's fine. Didn't make any difference there. These fire-breathing monkeys, as long as you're airborne, the fire's not really going to do much to you. And now we're going to sweep one more monkey up, and then we're going to exit the way we were supposed to come in, the intended way. Could probably go for a few donations.
Absolutely. I have $302 from Windslash that says, Monkey. Got to donate during this run. Shoutouts to the purple monkey of my life, Takara. Love ya. Donation incentive goes to Liquid's Choice. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $50 from Big Love Gaming. Hey fam, how are we doing? Drinking water, getting up and moving ever so often. To beat cancer, we have to keep ourselves healthy. A little self-care goes a long way. Thank you for your donation in chat. Do exactly that. Make sure you are staying healthy. And also, we are at $5,860 out of $10,000 for the Cute Kitten Overload. So if you'd like to see cute kittens, go ahead and donate and make sure you select that as your incentive.
What is the Cute Kitten Overload? I'm not quite familiar with that.
There's just so many kittens. That's all I needed to know. It's in Goat Simulator, and it's just the
okay.
kittens.
Yeah, Reek's Run. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Going into this next fight, we've got White Monkey. Using the giant banana and the explosive pellets and making good uses of the opportunities that we've got to hit the boss, we can actually take the boss out before he attacks us in any way at all, assuming I don't mess it up. This is actually one of the cooler bosses in a casual playthrough. It's probably the closest thing you'll get to like a rival kind of fight. There's like an android of the player character who has all the same gadgets that you do. It's a very cool concept, but unfortunately, in the speedrun, most of it is skipped. My positioning here is very important because where I'm standing will affect where White Monkey will go. So using this banana here is kind of like an Easter egg kind of move. They'll both get very attracted to it, freeing themselves up for a hit. I did miss him with that last shot there, which is a shame, so we will get to see one of the moves. Hopefully I can... You can normally attack him before the move hits, depending on what he throws out. This is how we used to have to do the fight. Small chance of it happening here on this hoop move. I actually did hit him anyway, so that's cool. Just preventing that from happening. Crack this guy. He's done. So that was still pretty quick. Only one move there is not too bad. So now White Monkey's defeated. We are going to sweep him up, literally. There we are. Job done. You go for a few donations.
Can do. Sir Broseph donates $25. This run is bananas and super appealing. Good luck on the run. Thank you so much for your donation. I can't believe you. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $15 donation from Chazamel. There is no comment, but thank you so much for your donation. It is very, very appreciated.
Right, so Pirate Isle, this is what I would consider one of the hardest stages in the run. We won't even be using the gadget that we got there, the water cannon. You are supposed to use it here. It douses fire, it works some water cogs. It's not necessary with the other gadgets and glitches that we have at our disposal. First catch here is a nice double catch. some Titanic-style monkeys over there. We want to take these guys out before they get in the cannon. If they get in the cannon, generally waste a lot of time, so we want to avoid that. Coming up is the fire that we're supposed to use the water cannons on, but we can just charge through it. I'm going to be turning around as soon as I hit them, just to like bounce me in the direction I want to go, otherwise I would have bounced backwards. Coming up here, going to take a damage boost to land up here, and hopefully catch these guys before they go in the cannon. And that's very nice. There's a cookie here. I am going to grab it because health is paramount for this state. Look at that. That's all right. That doesn't even matter because I just got the cookie, but it does make it a complete waste. This monkey's in a good position coming up, but if he jumps to the left of him, we'll waste a little bit of time. Again, not a huge deal in a marathon setting, but there we go. He's in an ideal location there because we were coming here anyway. Going to use some more damage boosts to skip this boat section here. Thankfully, those boats are a bit of a pain to control. Got a monkey up here who we will be taking out. He has no idea what hit him. This guy here can be a bit of a pain. Catch him in the air. Job done. Gonna dive over here, take a few more hits, which is absolutely fine. Make our way to this mech. Funny thing about this mech, we used to actually take them out in a different way, and the attract video that plays when you stay on the main menu showed this quicker method of taking out his chainsaw. So pay attention to those videos if your game has one, because it might reveal something interesting. I was hoping he would give me some more cookies there. The game likes to compensate you on what you don't have. It does it with the pellets and the health, but there, it was kind of cheap. I am left with not many cookies, which are my health, of course. But overall, you know, that was an alright stage. Wasn't perfect, but it was okay. Go over a few donations if you have any.
I sure do. I have $50 from CVPCS. Always look forward to GDQ each year and happy to donate to a great cause. Good luck to all the runners this year. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Opaque Dreamer. Looking forward to another great GDQ. Have fun, everyone. Thank you, and I hope you're having fun.
I definitely am. Going into Land of the Apes, there's two monkeys in this stage which could potentially be problematic. Ice skating monkeys, and we have to deal with the ice skating physics as well. But we will come across them later. At the moment, we're just going to do some damage boosts to get across here, break this guy out. Nice catch. We are going to wait a bit, and then we're going to dive and hopefully land on this platform. Nice neutral jump over there. So coming up is the ice skating monkeys. This could potentially be a disaster. Really bad, but you know, we'll see what happens. That guy, no idea. He just fell over, so that was a free catch. And, well, there we go. That was all right. Yeah, they can be a massive pain. I've lost many a run, many a PB attempt to those guys. Gonna run out here. This is like a whole vehicle section with a jet ski. Not jet ski, a snowmobile, sorry. We're just gonna run out there, catch that one monkey. Now we're gonna make our way up here. This guy's taking me out. That's no good. Gonna hopefully land on this monkey over here. He's actually jumped up there, which is... yeah, that's fine, actually. It doesn't even matter. Gonna make our way into this final room. Big cluster of monkeys in here. So we are gonna take them out one by one. Failed my neutral jump there, but that is okay. We can use the air crawl to get back up to where we want to be. A lot of this run is kind of minimizing little things like that, especially when it comes to like adjusting what you're doing with the monkeys. Just need to be able to adapt. Three of the best monkeys in the game up here. We'll get a good look at them. Sorting themselves out. This guy runs away. It's not a big deal. He usually just sits in a little pot, but we managed to get him anyway. Stage done. Good stuff. Read some donations.
Gotcha. I have $50 from Anonymous. I was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2020 at the age of 25. Watching streamers and speedrunners helped me through my recovery. Glad to donate to a great cause. Thank you so much for your donation. I also have a $50 donation from Inky Moon. They do not leave a comment, but Inky Moon, thank you so much for your donation.
Yeah, going into this stage, this is another difficult stage. These endgame stages are quite brutal. First of all, I need to get my banana out straight away, catch this laser monkey up here, and then go straight to the hut monkey. Oh, I thought he was going to kill me there. I've got half a cookie, so things are looking a bit rocky, but we will make do. There are some cookies that we can pick up throughout the stage. So I will be keeping an eye out for those. This enemy could potentially kill me. He actually did, but you know what? That is absolutely fine because we will just be warped straight back to the start of the level, so not a big issue. I'm gonna have to get that guy out of his hut again though, unfortunately. So that's fine, not a big deal. So you're gonna waste what, like 10-15 seconds? It's all good. This enemy's going at it again. He tried it. I'm gonna bonk that monkey there because he is known to dodge. Just gonna bonk him to make sure we can catch him. We got a bomber monkey up here. You're supposed to ride one of those HMC Nessie creatures up here. We're not going to be doing that, just going to use the air crawl, of course. This area that I'm entering now is quite laggy, so pointing the camera down the whole time I'm platforming across these rafts. This fire monkey can normally be quite far away. If you space your double jumps well enough, you can always avoid that fire. And if you mess that up, you can also crawl under the fire as a backup. Cookie on the table, don't even need it because I died. Tactical refill. This guy's sorting himself out, we sweep him up. I always feel bad catching these monkeys because they look like they're just living their life. This guy watching TV, sweep him up. These next 3 monkeys, probably the most important monkeys in the stage. That was weird. I want to sweep these monkeys up quickly so it determines where the next monkey will be. Excellent. Maybe a double catch. Look at that. So that went pretty well. I hope I'm in the right position here. Yeah, so hopefully this next monkey should be pretty close to us. Not this guy. This guy, he's always there. This one here, he's in the ideal location. So depending on how well you do that will determine where that monkey is, because he'll have more time to travel if you take longer to catch those 3 monkeys. And if he jumps to those other logs, that can waste a lot of time. So that went pretty well. Just going to skip this little platforming section over here, make our way to the last 2 monkeys that we need. Wanted to land on that guy, missed. Camera not cooperating, but that's okay. Make our way on this crate, dive over here. This guy is having the time of his life. We shoot him down and take him out, just like that. That was alright, apart from the glaring death at the start. If you ignore that, that was a good stage. You can go for a few donations if you got any.
I sure do. I have $50 from Uncle Gramps. All of my apes gone. Get them back quick. Thank you for your donation. I have $25 from T-Town. The real monkeys are the apes we catch along the way. Less than 3. Thank you so much. I have $5 from Reakout. Hello, Squiddo from the Ape Escape Speed Discord. I hope you are smelling no evil, because I wish you all the best from the Stupid Monkey Trio.
Oh, thank
and don't
you,
forget to show off Yellow's biggest features, smiley face.
Oh, I will do. So this boss fight here, I've actually messed up already because I was so enamored by Reek's donation message. I was supposed to use the donation pellets. That's definitely right. The explosive pellets. I was shot with a normal pellet, unfortunately. So we are going to get an extra move. Not a huge deal. This fight here, we go through the motion. It's kind of like the yellow fight. We've just got to stun him when he's available after he's done suplexing T-Rexes on us. Once he's done his move, we stun him, get the slingshot out. Nice explosive pellet. Take him out. We're just going to rinse and repeat that for a few times. So if you've got any more donations, now would be an ideal time.
Absolutely. I have $25 from Hash. Amazed to see Squid's ape abilities at this game. How big. Much love for GDQ, less than 3. Thank you so much for your donation, Hash. That was very clever. I have $5 from ADEF that says, if you don't follow Liquid Squid on Twitch right this second, all prior caught apes will become escaped again. Thank you so much, ADEF. That is a threat, by the way, chat. They will become escaped.
Thank you, ADEF. Right, that guy was just ripping ass on me just there. That's his last resort option. He got me a few times, unfortunately. We got caught up in his stank, but job's done. Job's done. We've dealt with him. Going to move on to the final full stage that we're going to play through now, Skyscraper City. There is 2 more stages after Skyscraper City, but we will be able to skip them because they're the only 2 stages in the run that don't need to be completed by catching a certain amount of monkeys. Actually finish with a boss fight, so we can reach what would be the looping point of the stage and enter the boss fight. Just get through the stage nice and easy. Like I've been saying for all these previous stages, one of the more difficult stages, these endgame stages, are quite tough. We get given the magnet gadget here, which is not very useful. I think we use it twice. We use it like once in an intended spot in this stage, and then we use it on the final boss a few times. I'm going to need to try and equip it as I'm air crawling over this, which is a bit of a fumble, but we managed to do it. Going to jump over this guy's shots, and then we've got this whack-a-mole monkey, take him out. Going to sweep around here. I ran around there instead of jumping up because that rocket monkey will notice you if you jump up. Not sure what this guy's doing, but we take him out. We've got another snug monkey over here. You can't do anything. Take him out again. This monkey's position right here, I can't actually see where he is right now, so I'm going to hold off on commenting on it before I know what he's doing. Right, so because he's seen us there, he is going to run off. Chasing this monkey, normally a disaster. What you can do is just take a nice tactical death. That will respawn the monkey in an ideal location. So for safety, we are definitely doing that. Otherwise, I could potentially be scrambling around for that monkey for like 5 minutes. Excuse me. There's the first hiccup. I get hiccups quite frequently, so it's bound to happen at some point. There you go. These two monkeys coming up, I want to make sure that I'm capturing the rocket monkey. While this guy's shooting, he actually missed me, so it didn't even matter. Poor aim on that guy. Going to use the magnet here in the intended section. Can't skip this bit yet, as we know of, so got to use it, unfortunately. This next part, not much going on. You can read a few donations if you have any.
I sure do. I have a $500 anonymous donation. They do not leave a comment, but anonymous, thank you so, so much. I have a $20 donation from Phenomenon. Once again, took the week off for AGDQ, and so glad I did. Have fun, y'all, and greetings from Germany. Thank you very much for your donation. I have $5 from Mira that says, since Nichole is hosting this run, I have to make the joke, this run is bananas, BANAMOS. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, Mira. I appreciate it. And chat, we're at $6,140 out of $10,000 from Cute Kitten Overload. If you want to see cute kittens in Goat Simulator, go ahead and donate with that incentive.
You absolutely do want to see that, so get that in.
Absolutely.
Coming up here, gonna air crawl over this RC car and magnet section. We don't want to do any of that because it is quite slow. There's a very precise ledge grabbable spot on this pipe, which I did manage to get. We've got the Skyflyer equipped, so we are going to use it. It is a bit quicker than doing the air crawl while it's out. And when you can actually make the distance with it, obviously it doesn't take you that high. When you've got infinite height, a small little burst in height like that isn't too helpful, but we will be using it now and then. This part here is supposed to be a slow tank section, but we will be skipping most of it with a nice big air crawl, probably the longest one in the game. And we'll be activating a checkpoint, so we will be running off this building and dying. It looks like I'm just gonna... It's gonna look like I'm dying, but well, I am dying, but we're doing it intentionally to activate a checkpoint and to respawn the tank as well. So I've got a visual cue there. I look at a certain lamppost and I run towards it, and it will guarantee that I spawn here. Taking this guy out, I need to make sure that I take out what's behind him and also shoot. There we go. So I've got to like sweep my bullets across him while he's running into the turret. It's a little bit tight and it's very easy to mess up, but I'm glad I got that. Because if he does go in the turret, you have to sit in the tank and shoot the turret like 3 times, 3 times, I can't remember. But yeah, job done, sweeping these guys up. Final monkey at the stage over here. It can be a little bit awkward because Pipichi does like to give you an unwanted helping hand, but he didn't, so good stuff. Got through that stage nice and easy. That was the last main stage, almost there. We got Code Chimp, which is the next stage. It's actually a really cool stage. It's a huge stage. Again, unfortunate that it is all skipped in the speedrun, but what can you do? You can go for a few donations if you have any.
I do. I have $5 from XLR that says, hey, Squid, good luck on the run, and as always, Billy.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you for your donation. I have $50 from Hellraiser that says less than 3, and $10 from Sleazy Crime Fighter that also says less than 3. Well, less than 3, and thank you both so much for your donation.
There's a lot of love going around.
So much love. I love it.
So this is me running to the very end of the stage. As I said before, this is normally the looping point. There's a huge interior part to this stage, but just running up here, entering this area. So this is normally where you would end the stage. You can just re-enter the area, which activates the boss fight. We're straight in there. So this is Giant Yellow again. He's overloaded on some mutated bananas, and he's got very, very big. So now we have to deal with this guy. He's got a few moves that he can throw out. Some of them are slower than others. This one's quite slow, for example, dropping the pigs. No reason to get too caught up in what moves he uses, because you will normally see most of them throughout the whole boss fight's runtime. The only big thing to pay attention to is in his last phase of attacks, he does 2 attacks, but there's 1 attack he can do where he will only do that 1 attack, and it's so very rare for that to happen, but it saves about 10-15 seconds. So as you can imagine, going for PB attempts and having to wait for something like that to happen with a very low chance is kind of frustrating, which is made even funnier by the final boss being extremely luck-based as well. So it's kind of a shame. This game's really fun to run. The gameplay and everything is really nice, but the bosses, as with most 3D platformers, are pretty bad. But we deal with it. We make do. This chop move, going to intentionally get hit by it. Hopefully, there we go. That was intentional. If I didn't get hit by that, he would keep trying over and over. So we get hit by that to end it early. I think he's got a few more teeth left. He'll do his 2 moves when he's got 1 tooth left as like a last resort. Brings out the big guns. Two hits. You can read a few donations if you have any.
I sure do. I have $25 from Toothless that says, enjoying watching the amazing runs with our dog who's recovering from getting his tooth extracted today. Thank you so much for your donation. I also have a $50 anonymous donation. There is no comment but anonymous. Thank you so very much.
So this is his last 2 sets of attacks. If we see the handshake, no, we didn't see the handshake, so we are going to get 2 attacks. Unfortunately, I need some cookies from these pigs here because I am low. All of those cookies. That's hilarious. So they all dropped cookies and most of them just fell off his hand. What's funny here is this move is the move that I wanted to see the first time. If he did that move before he dropped the pigs, that would have been the only move he would have done. So just out of spite and just for the GDQ run, he thought he'd take the piss a bit, but you know, that's fine. Take him out, last tooth, shrink this guy down to size. He's going to be so small, so very, very small. And we're going to sweep him up. There he is, look how small he is. Job done. Cool. That is all the Freaky Monkey 5 taken care of, and now we've just got Spectre himself, the big bad, after we skip the final stage in the run, which is Moonbase, and kind of like Project Chimp, ironically we can just use the air crawling technique to make our way to the looping point that would normally loop around, reach there nice and early, skip the entire stage. It's the biggest stage in the run, not the run, sorry, the game. We don't see it in the run, we skip it. So entering the stage here, I'm going to try and do a nice jump to get the most distance I can before activating the crawl. I also want to time it so that I'm not gaining any height during the air crawl. I just want a nice horizontal, nice vertical, sorry. I am actually dropping down a little bit. I'm hoping that I can make it. I might not. We'll see. Pipichi might be able to help me out. I'm definitely going to die. Would you look at that? Well, Pipichi coming in clutch there, definitely helping us out. I genuinely thought it was over, but that's all good. That's good stuff. Using the clip that we used in Simian Citadel, the blue stage, Skyflyer while air crawling, clip through this door. That would normally be the looping point. We skipped doing some magnet bomb dragging shenanigans there that normally take ages. Clip in, nice and easy. That's job done. So here we've got the first phase of Spectre. The most damaging way to damage this guy is to use the explosion of the RC car. And this is where we'll be using the water cannon. It actually does have a use here. The water cannon is nice because it can set off the RC car without damaging the boss itself. Very helpful, of course. Normally, when this strat first came about, I would slingshot the RC car, and there was potential to accidentally hit the boss, which was no good. So this is a very ideal solution, a safe way to get that RC car exploded. Just going to be running through that again, so you can go for a few donations until the next phase, if there is any.
Sure thing. I have $50 from Moxikaji that says, I always love GDQ, no matter the season. Always doing great things for charity. I'm kind of watching from the office, so I can't do sound and get in trouble, but loving what I'm seeing nonetheless. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $100 from Bomulus. I got some good news about my little brother's cancer recovery. Most of us have loved ones who are battling cancer, feeling helpless, but we can all do something by donating. That is so very true. Thank you so much for your donation. And we are at $325,000, 219. You all are great. Thank you so much for all of your donations. This is amazing.
That's good stuff. So we're on the second phase of the fight now. It's a little bit different. We still use the RC car, and we've got to get the magnet prepped and ready to go for when we are able to rip off his chest plate. and attack us inside. So this is actually the best luck possible that we can get at the moment. The rockets and the grab is great. We never want to see him punch. If this boss is ever punching, you are in for a bad time. So we rip off that chest plate there. The shockwave actually explodes the car for us, which is ideal. If he did do the punches on that first phase of attacks, he would have only done 2 punches. He's punching here. This move sucks, honestly. It's been a killer of many runs of mine. He's going to punch like 6 times. They're not hard to avoid. All you have to do is just wait, basically. I love waiting. We love waiting on these boss fights. But yeah, if he did this attack in the first phase, he would only do 2, so this is the worst phase to get the punches on. But what can you spam? It's all good. Grab move here. We are going to dive away from that, nice and easy. And then we're going to come down, rip his chest plate off again, as he does the shockwave move, which will take us on to the final part of the fight. He's going to close the arena now, make it a little bit tighter. It's still not going to be difficult. Fortunately for him, he's doing his best. Time will be coming up when I hit the boss with my stun club. I will give a little warning beforehand. So he's going to run through all of his moves here. Going to go through the punches. He's only going to do 2, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, he always does 2. And then he's going to do either his rockets or his grab. He's going to grab me. We're going to dive out of the way of that. And then he's going to shoot off whatever rockets he's got left. And then we're going to run in there and sort him out. So time is coming up when I make contact with the boss. So that is time.
GG.
Cool. I just want to give a huge shout out to the entire Ape Escape community, everyone involved in all of the games. A massive thank you to everyone who took the time out of their day to watch my run. And obviously, a big thank you to GDQ for allowing me to showcase the run. This is my first time commentating my own speed run. Well, actually, that's not true. I've done it a few times in the past, but on this scale, it's my first time commentating my own run. So a bit iffy here and there, but it's something I wanted to do for myself. Hopefully it wasn't too unwatchable. But yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Your commentary was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
It was really, really good.
No, I appreciate that.
GG, good, very good run. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's me done.
I have a $15 donation from Jinx Itov after 5+ years of watching. My first donation. Obligatory pun. What's the difference between a bench, a fish, and a bucket of glue? You can't tune a bench, but you can tune a fish. I bet you got stuck on the bucket of glue part. Thank you so much for your donation. Chat, once more, I'm reminding you to stand up, stretch, move around a little bit, get some water, hydrate, and we will be back right after this break. chat, welcome on back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2023. I hope you had a lovely break. We are benefiting Prevent Cancer Foundation. The Prevent Cancer Foundation, founded in 1985, is a U.S.-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection by focusing their work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their vision is to stop cancer before it starts. You can find out more information about PCF at preventcancer.org. I have a $250 donation from mech analyst Tom. Keep up the great work, everyone. May your runs be fast and your famous Amos be hot. Tom, thank you very much for your donation. I have $10 from Byron. There is no comment, but thank you so much for your donation. $20 from Ace Dude. Had to donate during Squid's ape run. Looking great, mate. Proud you landed the small ball skip on Pink Monkey stage. Thank you so much. That was such an amazing run, chat. Yeah, that was really fun. Also, the monkey puns, fantastic. Thank you so much. Keep them up for the rest of your lives. Thank you so much. $25 from Wheezy. I need to enter the cookie discourse. Dipping your cookies in hot liquid is not monstrous, but what you really should be doing is microwaving them, which softens and warms them without making them soggy. If you don't have a microwave, you can steam them, ideally with milk rather than water. Good luck on the run, and thank you all for everything you do every year. Thank you for the donation. I have a $50 donation from Van Crest. Hey, first time donating, love the speedruns and can't wait to see more. Well, you are in luck. Thank you for your donation. You are about to see some more because we are all ready for Frogun with Trader. Go ahead and show us some Froguns.